If you're studying for the ACT or SAT, this is a great problem to practice together. If you're up for a little challenge, go ahead and pause the video now and go ahead and put your answer in the comment section down below. Otherwise, let's go over it together. In a particular cleaning solution, the ratio of concentrated solution to water is 3 to 40. How many cups of concentrated solution should be added to 5 gallons of water to make the cleaning solution in the given ratio? Now we're told that the ratio of concentrated solution to water is 3 to 40. So we can write ratios in different forms. I'm going to go ahead and write this in fraction form for the time being. And let's go ahead and write it so we know that we have a ratio of 3 parts concentrate to 40 parts of water. The units don't really matter here, but they will in just a moment. Now the question that they're asking us is how many cups of concentrate solution are being added to 5 gallons of water. This is where things get a little bit more interesting because they're telling us about the water in gallons, but they're asking us about the concentrate in cups. Off on the side, let's go ahead and just take a look at the water, which we know is going to be 5 gallons. And let's go ahead and just write that as a fraction, or just write it over 1, and let's go ahead and convert this into cups. Now cups are much smaller than gallons, so we should get a much bigger number when we convert this to cups. We know that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts, so let's go ahead and multiply this and say that 1 gallon is going to be the same thing as 4 of these quarts. So this is an equivalent ratio here. So we can go ahead and do this, and if we do, notice that we're going to be able to cancel out these gallons here, and we'll just be left with quarts. And then we want to go ahead and convert this into cups. Now we're also told here that 1 quart is the same thing as 4 cups. So we can go ahead and say and multiply this by 1 quart on the bottom, which is going to be 4 cups on top. I'm just going to use C for cups, and we can go ahead and cross out these units of quarts and quarts. Notice if you go ahead and multiply this all together, in the bottom we just have 1 times 1 times 1, so we're just going to have something over 1. And then we have 5 times 4, which is 20, times 4, which is going to be 80, so this water here is going to be 80 cups, which is the same thing as 5 gallons. Now that we know the amount of water that we have measured specifically in cups, we can go ahead and write the other side of this proportion that we can write, which is going to be 80, and we're going to be looking for how much concentrate measured in cups that we would have in here to make that same solution in the same ratio. So if we're keeping this ratio the same or solving this proportion, you could use cross products, but I think it's a little faster. Just notice that we're actually just doubling these values to get the same ratio, just doubling the amounts. So on top here, we're going to see here that 3 times 2 is 6. So we can see here that x would be equal to 6. And so we should go with answer choice B. If you feel like this video made sense, you can let me know by tapping that like button. And if you have a friend or a classmate who might also find this video helpful, feel free to pass it along for some good luck.